Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us. Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I thought I'd actually going to do a couple quick videos here again, and on the topic of this bull crap right here. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, again, this is the, as you know, this is the Nazi, isn't it funny? Proof propaganda going corruption. He's on all of this crap. It's funny. So this is a Nazi right here, Charlotte County Sheriff Bill PRUMMELL, and this is what he's pushing and promoting, and they keep taking my comment down because they don't like it because they know it's true. Dogs. They are pushing dogs here. We are, you guys watch the channel for more than 4 years now, we are a freaking unconstitutional military fucking police state here. And all these Nazi pricks are bragging about these dogs that they're bringing in, which is an uncontrolled weapon. And that's the point that I made on their page under free speech, and I got another new name on now. Charlotte County Sheriff hates free speech, and they take it down instantly. And I'll put the video on the end of this because, as you know, this is, they consider this a cop, and at the same time it's an uncontrolled weapon. They will sick this thing on you, and you guys have seen over the years the damage that these dogs can do. But yet what's weird, if a cop does this, he would be sued, he would be fired, etc. But if the dog does it, oh, the dog did it, so everything's fine. And then if you defend yourself against the unlawful act that they had the dog do against you, then that's called assaulting an officer. They literally think that these fucking dogs are one of them, as a person. But what's really fucked up, too, is that they'll shoot your goddamn dog every single day and they don't give a shit. That's your family. And they're freaking shooting, executing dogs all over the goddamn place, man, and they don't give a shit. So one of the reasons why the UN has banned these dogs is because, for one thing, it reminds you of Nazi Germany. I believe that he even states in his video they're getting these dogs from Germany. It's because the Germans use these against the people. Also, another thing that these dogs remind you of is slavery. The slave owners use dogs on their slaves all the time. So you ask yourself, are you free or are you a slave? Apparently the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, dictator Nazi fuck himself, Bill PRUMMELL, thinks that you are a slave. So that's why he's got these dogs, spending big money, uncontrolled fucking weapon, and many of you guys have seen over the years too that, you know, they say, oh, this dog is for, you know, drug sniffing. Bullshit, man. These dogs hit when you want to hit. So that is, oh my God. I had a call last week. Somebody said the same damn thing. Freaking clean car, rental car, nothing in the car, and the dog hit. How the fuck does that happen? So anyways, this freaking Nazi prick, Charlotte County Sheriff Bill PRUMMELL, does not give a shit if the UN said they should be banned because the Nazis use them. It's an uncontrolled weapon. Slave owners use them, but he doesn't give a shit because you are just a serf and a slave. Think about that and wake the fuck up.
This morning, that's totally okay. So there are some things you wanted to talk about, first and foremost, just about this unit, and that you're saying that a lot of it's possible through the public, right? That's correct.
The Sheriff's Office has a budget designated for the canine unit, which covers, you know, health expenditures, food, and the general maintenance of the dogs, but the accessory items that we need for training purposes, and actually even the acquisition of the dogs, because they come from overseas, they're shipped to a kennel that's in North Carolina, and the price of the dog, and the reason why we go that route is we're with a guaranteed product that's tried and true and evaluated on several different times. So the public reaches out to us to donate money, and without them, a lot of what we do and the quality of the product that we provide wouldn't be possible.
And these, again, this is the public. These are your neighbors. These are your friends. Everyone
Absolutely.
That makes up, you know, the Charlotte County area, which I think is awesome. For those of you who are watching, I'm going to pull up my phone real quick, and if you have questions on Facebook, again, as we're going live, just let me know, and I'll try to ask them as we do this. So what else are we going to be showing off this morning? We kind of showed a little bit on TV, but
right.
You're going to be showing more, is that right?
Yeah, what we're going to do is the core fundamental of everything that we do in the canine unit, whether it's narcotics work, patrol work, or any aspect that you've ever seen on TV or in movies, it all stems from obedience, and that's something that the general public can relate to. They've had a house pet. They understand the importance of obedience. So what Corporal Mills and his canine partner Boba is going to do, he's going to show you some basic obedience.
Yeah, show him real quick. I'll move off camera and we'll have our photographer Lewis kind of show what's going on. So that's Boba you mentioned?
That's Boba. He's a 7-year-old Belgian Treverne. He's one of our elder statesmen in the canine unit. And basically, we don't have to utilize a leash. We're certified so that we can take our dogs anywhere that we can go, and we have full control over that animal. So there's absolutely no need for a leash unless the handler deems it a situation where he feels more comfortable with the dog being on a leash. But we go through extensive training, like I said before, a minimum of 640 hours. We train twice a month, 8 to 10 hour blocks, just to hone those skills, and we certify every year. So what Corporal Mills is going to do is, a lot of times what we do is we may have our dog at a distance and deal with a situation. We have to be able to give commands to our dogs by both hand, and sometimes we're not able to use our voice, so we use hand and voice controls should we need to do something with the dog. He may be going over to address a situation. Canine Boba is just going to stay there and wait for a command.
Very disciplined.
Yes. There's, and as you can see, he's only focused on what his handler is doing. Well, until he saw the camera, and then he briefly...
Sit. Heel. Down.
So this is just a brief demonstration to be able to show that at any point, he has total control over that animal, so there's no need for an external leash or anything else, because there's no chance that that dog is going to do anything other than what his handler asks.
And for those of you who are asking on Facebook, as Katie Heck pointed out, we are at the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office in Punta Gorda. So you can kind of demonstrate kind of a little bit what we did on TV before, where another deputy is going to kind of come on camera, right?
Absolutely. Deputy Mike Talbot is going to play the role of our bad guy.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is, as soon as he gets Boba back, is, John, would you like to do we're going to show that basically not every situation that we get into, we have our dogs with us. We may be responding as backup for another deputy, or we may be in a situation where we encounter someone that the dog's already in the vehicle, we encounter them. They're a permanent backup. So we always have that ability to summon them should we have an issue.
Okay.
So Deputy Talbot's going to come out, and he's going to play the role of the bad guy.
And he can actually open that door remotely, right?
Correct. We have the ability to bring our dog to us if we need him. So Deputy Talbot is going to have an interaction with Corporal Mills. At some point, Deputy Talbot is going to not want to cooperate with Corporal Mills. And Corporal Mills, although he's plenty capable of handling himself, he may be in a situation where he needs to get his canine partner to him. When he brings his canine partner to him, as you can see, the dog will then protect the handler. Should it be in a situation where Corporal Mills is either unable to handle it himself.
Whoa, look at that. And look at, I mean, just he told him right then and there, and then Boba just stopped on a dime. That takes hours of prep, right?
It takes hours and hours of training to be able to get the dog to understand that when we tell him to stop, he needs to stop. Because although that person may have committed a crime or assaulted someone, once the person gives up and they're in custody, we have to stop that level of force because that person has now complied. So, and that's part of our certification, is to make sure that we have total control over that animal at all times, even in something such as a criminal apprehension. And as you can see, right away, he knows right to go back in. It's done. The scenario's over.
And Deputy Talbot, that's in there right now, I mean, is he normally the guy to kind of to bite the bullet, so to speak, and be the one who gets bit?
We all take bites from each other's dogs. As part of our training, we also are taught how to decoy for the dogs. So we all do that. He just happened to be the one that volunteered for today.
Who's a champ, by the way. Thank you. He's a champ. He knows he's a champ. If you have any questions on Facebook, please ask him. We're going to be chatting for a little bit longer. One of my questions is, that looks kind of dangerous, right? I mean, accidents would maybe happen once in a while? Or?
Absolutely. Anytime you deal with a dog, and regardless how well trained they are, accidents happen and injuries happen. I can't name a canine handler, past or present, who hasn't had an injury of some sort. Decoying work, because a lot of the times what we'll do is we'll run out, and it could be hits of 50 to 75 yards at sometimes. The dog get up a full head of steam. They can run up to 30 miles an hour. So you can imagine a dog that weighs between 70 and 100 pounds at 30 miles an hour hitting you. It can cause not only injuries, but also the bite. Everybody's had an accidental bite, because when you play with dogs or you train with dogs, there's a chance for injury.
Look at that slobber coming out. Now
Yes.
I want to show something, because we had a question. Now someone was asking on Facebook, how was the dog released from the car? And again, it's that button that you have right
Correct.
here, right?
There's a button that we have, and there's a way that we can push the buttons so that if this were to get in the wrong hands, that we can't accidentally let the dog out. So each handler has a certain setup, and only that handler can release the dog and use the appropriate buttons to release them. So there's fail-safes built in, so the dog doesn't accidentally get out.
So the question of who let the dogs out is not up for debate. It's you.
No,
You're letting
if the
dogs
dog comes out, it was the handler that let
I had to
them
put
out.
it. I'm sorry, man. I had to.
No,
you
it's
set
fine.
me up for it. I said, I have to say it. And we'll even show Boba Train a little bit more. I'm looking for more questions here. They're saying, someone says, gorgeous shepherd, nice work. And someone asks, so it takes longer for the dog than the officer in terms of like to get out of the car or something like that, which I don't think is necessarily the case. I mean, the button lets the dog out.
Correct.
As soon as the sequence is put in, right?
Correct. As soon as the button is deployed, it's a hydraulic arm, which the latch releases. A hydraulic arm opens the door, and then the dog comes out. If the dog makes the evaluation that the handler is in distress, he will then take on his own responsibility of protecting his handler. We can also deploy our dog from the car, let him out. He won't instinctively just come out and bite someone. He will, if he comes out of the car and he's told to come to a heel, he will come to a heel. Basically what Corporal Mills is showing you right now is these are still dogs. They don't work for a paycheck like you and I do.
They work for kibble.
Well, we don't actually utilize food. We utilize toys and praise. Their toys, or their toys that they have are specific to them. That's their paycheck. The praise that they get from their handler, that's their paycheck.
One question that a colleague and I, or debate a colleague and I were having back, was just like, which dog might be better suited for a situation? And you were even saying earlier off camera that, you know, this particular breed is good for, you know, kind of apprehension, whereas maybe a golden retriever might be better for sniffing for drugs or something like that.
Right. Basically, there's two different drives. There's the prey drive, which is a natural instinct of their hunting, shepherd type animals. There's a prey drive built in, and that helps with the tracking, the apprehension work. There's also a play drive, and that's what he's doing right now, is the wantingness to play, to do something for a reward. The shepherds, the golden retrievers, the labs, our city police department utilizes 2 labs who have outstanding play drive, and they do narcotics work, and they're specifically suited to do that type of work. They're not an aggressive breed by nature, so they just want to work and complete a task, which is good for narcotics work. Ours are dual purpose, so it means they do the narcotics work along with the patrol work.
Well, I think we're getting a little close to the end of our video. I believe your mic just died. I had someone back at our station say his mic's dead, so that's okay. I'm just going to hold it right here. Thank you again so much, Sergeant, because I personally gained a lot of information from this, and I know people who are watching likely learned more. I'm just going to check see if we have any more questions before we go, and it doesn't look like it. So thank you again so much. We appreciate it. And if you have any other questions, make sure that you write them on this Facebook post, or you can even send it to us, and we'll maybe comment or directly message ABC7 Southwest Florida. We'll try to ask them for some answers and maybe get a little bit more. And make sure you also look for this segment and our segment from TV on abc-7.com. Thanks again, Sergeant.
Thank you.
You guys have a good day.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done...
For life hating so much.
Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, we're
Sheriff's
just
getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So But getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So, yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, what we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself, 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So, if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not, they're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now, where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran on, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran on no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.